My teacher made the class vote on the ugliest student, which was me. I was born with a severe cleft lip and palate. By the time I turned 17, I had undergone 14 surgeries. My face is a map of scars and slight misalignments. In the hallway of my high school, I am a ghost. People either stare too long or look away too fast. I learned to keep my head down and my mouth shut because my voice still carries a nasal whistle that I can't quite shake. Last Thursday, my sociology teacher, Mr. Henderson, walked into class with a stack of Polaroid cameras. He told us we were starting a unit on social perception. He told everyone to take a photo of themselves and pin it to the corkboard at the front of the room. Once all 30 photos were up, he handed out red stickers. He told us to place a sticker on the photo of the person we thought was the least attractive. He said it was an anonymous exercise in raw data. The room went silent. It felt like a trap. People started whispering, looking at me, then looking away. I walked up and put my sticker on my own photo just to get it over with. 10 minutes later, my photo was covered in 28 red stickers. The only two people who didn't vote for me were a girl named Maya and Mr. Henderson himself. Henderson didn't take the photos down. He asked the class to explain their choices. For 5 minutes, the room was filled with clinical descriptions of my face. They used words like asymmetry, disproportionate, and irregular. They talked about me like I was a specimen in a jar. Then Henderson turned to me. He asked if I agreed with the data. I stood up. My legs were shaking, but I was tired of being a ghost. I told the class that they weren't looking at a face. They were looking at a survival record. I explained that the scar on my lip was from a surgery I had at 3 months old, so I could swallow milk without it coming out of my nose. I told them the bone graft in my jaw was why I could finally speak clearly enough for them to understand me. I told them that my face wasn't a failure of aesthetics, but a triumph of medicine and my own will to exist. I asked them why they found a struggle for life to be uglier than a face that had never had to fight for anything. The silence that followed was heavy. One guy in the back, a varsity soccer player named Leo, looked like he wanted to crawl under his desk. He was the one who had started the Scarface nickname back in middle school. Then Maya stood up. She walked to the board and ripped every single red sticker off my photo. She turned to the class and told them that she had spent 3 years watching me work harder than anyone else while they all hid behind their perfect skin and straight teeth. She said the only ugly thing in the room was the fact that it took a sociology assignment for them to look me in the eye. Henderson ended the lesson there. He told us the point of the exercise wasn't to rank beauty, but to expose the bias of the observer. After class, I was packing my bag when Leo walked up to me. He didn't look at my mouth this time. He looked me straight in the eyes. He didn't apologize out loud, but he held the door open for me and gave me a small nod. It was the first time in 4 years he hadn't laughed when I walked by. Maya caught up to me at the lockers. She told me she had always liked the way my smile looked because it was honest. She said most people have a practiced look for the camera, but mine was earned. She asked if I wanted to go to the park after school to help her with the sociology reading. For the first time in my life, I didn't tilt my head to hide the left side of my face. I looked at her and smiled, whistle and all. I realized that my face might be a map of surgeries, but it's also a map of everywhere I've been and everything I've survived. If people find that ugly, that's their problem to solve, not mine.